My name is Fraser.
My name is Mark.
And we are the hosts of the geekiest show alive. To the outside world, we're ordinary geeks.
But in the Fab International Studios, we talk comics and find other geeks just like us. This is Geek of the Week.
So, you know, with the sounds of J. Jonah Jameson, it's time for the news. And we've got a juicy bit of news this week. Now, last week...
Lots of news.
Last week we talked about how we had a lot saved from... We had a lot last week and some we pushed to this week. And it might still be there. Some of it, we're not going to lie, has disappeared in the space of news
just so much
everywhere.
News all the time.
It's just this, like it's somewhere.
We've only got an hour.
Exactly. So, and we also talked about how we were going to do a review. We only wanted to do one review a week, so we pushed one review back, and I'm kind of glad we did because I actually got to finish this review that we're going to be talking about, and that is Punisher Season 2.
You've watched all of Punisher?
Yeah.
Oh, I've only watched about 6 of it episodes. I've just been so busy. There's been so much going on.
Exactly. Well, I managed to squeeze it in. It was horrible, really, because like
13 hours.
Well, that's the thing. People coming into the living room, like I feel like Punisher's a show you should really watch at the night time or whatever. But I feel sorry for my neighbours. They just think, what is happening on in that house? But it's just Punisher. It's fine.
Just Punisher.
Just Punisher.
There's no such thing as just Punisher. Punisher is Punisher. There's no just.
I mean, like, there's not violence happening in that household is what I was talking about.
Okay.
And it's one of those weird... It's a hard show to watch while you're at home and then someone just walks in just like, it's fine, don't worry.
Savage, isn't it? Some of the violence is so graphic. It's
absolutely
incredible.
Brutal. And I'll be honest, we talk a lot about this show, how I'm very childlike and stuff like that. Some of it takes me a bit on edge, but I watch it because it's comic books.
Yeah, the brutality of some of the fight scenes. The scene in the in the gym where he was using barbells to smack people around the face. That was horrid. It's absolutely horrid. Brilliant stuff.
It isn't talking about the horrors of Billy Russo and his jigsaw-like face. We talked about this when we talked about the trailer. Now, they focused more on the mask, which I was happy about. Yeah. And it seemed like they were going to do this big reveal of, like, he finally takes the mask off and then it's, oh. But then he took the mask off quite soon. And I was a bit like, for Netflix, they always seem to, like, whenever they do a big reveal, it always seems to be the last episode. So I feel, you know, like they did with the Daredevil suit. He finally got the actual Daredevil suit at the end. I thought it was going to be one of them, like he finally takes his mask off at the end. But they didn't sort of do that, which was fine. Like I did like the jigsaw stuff. They sort of went more with the jigsaw of his mind, like him trying to puzzle his memories together. Yeah. Which I sort of like really dug. That was really cool. The face, it was sort of like, yeah, it's sort of messed up, and like the more and more I grew with it, I was like, okay, you can't do too much, I guess. And
I mean, the thing is,
the character still worked as Jigsaw.
Regardless of how scarred, we talked about this before, but regardless of how scarred he is or isn't, if you were that pretty and you end up as scarred as he was or worse, it would change your life.
Exactly.
Because you would be seen completely different way.
Well, it's the Doctor Doom thing, isn't it? Like, because that's what I was thinking, like Phantom of the Opera if you're a classic person, but we talk comics, so we're not going to be talking about classics.
Phantom of the Opera comic.
We're going to be talking about your Doctor Doom's, and his thing is, it's all about his face, and he, wears that mask, but when really it's just all in his head. He takes it off and he's still looking alright. He did look a little less alright than he did in the trailer, to be fair, Billy Russo. I did enjoy as well. I don't know, like, you'll sort of see it. I don't know if they harken more to it towards the end of the season, but there's a lot of parallels between Frank and Billy, and sort of, like, it's that whole Batman and Joker thing of One Bad Day. Even one of the episodes is called One Bad Day. I was like, it's nice touch, and it's because the thing is, Frank Castle's origin is as a villain in Spider-Man, and
he's a murderer.
Yeah,
he is a mass murderer.
It was funny, my mum came in and he just shot someone, and she was like, oh, he's not a very nice man. I was like, yeah, he's meant to be the hero in this story. Yeah. She was like, oh, I don't like him.
I can imagine your mum doing that as well.
So there's that for you. I did like, as well, Curtis being stuck in between them, the guy with the leg.
He's a wonderful character.
Just one leg.
And that's the thing, that the first series established some incredible characters that you grew to love, and this is just a continued journey with characters that are already that I'm already very, very fond of. I arrived, I started watching, and I was like, I'm in already. Yeah, it's brilliant.
You're back into it, and you're sort of dealing with the consequences of the first season, which is what all these Netflix shows have sort of done very, very well.
I think so.
I feel. We do talk about like returning characters. I did like some of the new characters. Some of the new characters fell a bit, not flat falling, but just was like, okay, what's their story in this whole thing? And like maybe like I'm talking more about the villains really. The John Pilgrim guy, the religious sort of. At the beginning, I was just sort of like, oh, is he actually gonna like lead into? Are we leading somewhere with him? Is he gonna team up with Billy Russo or something? He does have a cool like a scene in this episode, and they play this epic song, which is like, I thought it was Jesus, or I thought it was God, but it was the devil, and it's like it was a dope song, and it's
dark.
It suited the character, and I sort of like how he's religious like Matt Murdock, but is a total villain about it. Like he's
absolutely.
Which sort of works with Punisher, and I sort of enjoy the fact that Punisher was sort of Matt Murdock's villain, and now it's come full circle in a way. Like he's against a religious dude again, but it's a religious dude that will kill. Yeah. So that was a nice little thing. I liked the Amy character as well, the girl he kept saving, because she was sort of like the daughter that Frank lost, and it was sort of brought that more full circle around, and I was like, and seeing the stuff between them when they hugged, I was like, oh.
And the fact that it's likely to get cancelled because Netflix are cancelling all their Marvel shows is just heartbreaking. Yeah, they've all been brilliant. Even Iron Fist redeemed itself with series 2. Yeah,
to be fair, this season 2 of Punisher does have a nice fitting end. There was a news article that was like one of the showrunners or someone involved.
I think that's probably deliberate.
In Punisher, yeah. Well, they would have known by the time they were wrapping that up, they would have known where like a Daredevil season 3, they probably didn't, because they did leave stuff open in there.
Yeah, I think so.
Whereas like Punisher, so just to go back to the showrunners were talking about, season 3, we're going to do some stuff with Kingpin, and then there was like this meme of like, should we tell, like, I can't remember what it was from, it was like, oh, should we tell him? Do they know? Do we break it to him? Like,
it's very sad, but who knows, the Disney thing will hopefully resurrect all these characters. We can only hope,
fingers crossed. Or like if we see him in a film or there's
TV movie.
There is definitely there's pathways for him, and like there's been Punisher stuff before. Like this was brilliant. There'll be Punisher stuff hopefully in the future, and like it's one of those things that I feel like comic book properties are never truly like left to be untouched. There's always someone who's going to want to have a new take or something. If you can Disney-fy the Punisher, that would be
good luck with that.
Don't think that would happen, but they might change their frame of mindset, and Disney own a load of different companies and haven't stopped them doing what they do with them, so I can't imagine them ruining, dampening Punisher. But yes, that's our Punisher thoughts. If you've binged the season, let us know what you guys think as well. If you're doing a slow binge, let us know how you're feeling about it. Or if you've not started it yet,
I might come back to it because I haven't finished it yet.
If you've not started it yet, what are you waiting for, mate? It's out on Netflix. You might not have known because they have been hiding it.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I think there's no way it's going to be anything other than cancelled.
Although, I say they're hiding it, there was a good point, but it might have been because I already clicked on it where Punisher just kept reappearing. I was like, I know, I'm already on episode 2, chill. But that might have just been Netflix going, hurry up and finish it so we can get rid of it. No, that's just me playing a meme.
That's just you.
So there's a cool little teaser we're going to be talking about. It was a Birds of Prey. Now this was we have 2 trailers on here. I was going to add this to like a little trailer thing so we could go around different trailers, but this is very much a teaser. It was
the Birds of Prey one.
Birds of Prey glimpse. Like really? Didn't
I didn't like it. I thought it was designed to make you do freeze framing. It wasn't a trailer. It was lots of flashes. Did anyone who watched this trailer not then stop it and freeze frame it just so they could see each character? What was the point of that? Why didn't they just give it like a few seconds for each character so you could actually see it without having to faff? No, that annoyed me.
That's the thing though, that's the trailer culture, teaser culture. It's all about people freeze framing, all people doing about teaser breakdowns. But I didn't read it as that. I read it as this teaser trailer was basically saying, no, this film is happening. Birds of Prey is happening. Harley Quinn's returning. Because not everyone's like us and not everyone's like our listeners. Most of our listeners. They're not like, constantly on the internet, looking for stuff. So this is a nice little especially because Harley Quinn's so popular now in popular culture that people will be like, oh my goodness, we get to see Harley Quinn again. They might know nothing about Birds of Prey, the film coming out, or anything about Birds of Prey, or they just see Harley Quinn again. They see Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn and they're like, okay, this is cool. Sometimes with teasers and stuff like that, you do have to think about other people. Like,
I just think it's pointless when they could have just had like 3 seconds with each character, and it would have had much more impact rather than annoying and having to freeze frame. Maybe I'm just a grumpy old man.
I'm thinking it might be that. But I know what you mean. It's done its job though. It's left you wanting more.
No, it hasn't. It's left me annoyed.
Annoyed and wanting more. Do you want more?
Really.
Is the important? Because
really.
the thing is, I thought you would have enjoyed this because you really enjoyed the title.
Yeah. So and then this has put me at a massive downer. And it was it was
sort of like that. It's like, look, we've all got our characters and stuff. Like there were character intros. Maybe if you put it on like a 0.5 speed for you, that way you can see it a bit slower. Because I got to see all the first time I saw all the characters.
Yeah, you know the characters better than I do.
But I didn't need to freeze frame. But again, that's the thing. We're keeping up with it. I knew Hugh McGregor was going to be in it. So when I saw his beautiful Scottish face, I was like, he's playing Black Mask. And the thing is as well with DC, they need DC and Warner Brothers. I needed something like this just to actually tell me this was coming out. Yeah. Because they talk so much of a big game that when a teaser or just something actually does come out, I'm like, okay, so this is genuinely happening.
That is the positive.
This is the actual cast.
That's the positive that they can't really renege on it now. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, no.
But
although they didn't put a release date, so they can always go back on that. But I feel like with the popularity of that character, Harley Quinn, then it's prob's gonna happen. Now, 2 trailers we're going to talk about, actual trailers, gave you a bit more than 10-20 seconds. Were Umbrella Academy for Netflix, which is coming out 14th or 15th of November. Not November, February.
It's soon. It's soon.
I have no clue where November came from.
February,
there's literally nothing on here that we're talking about that is coming out in November. I had February.
You're just so obsessed about Christmas that you think it's November already because it's cold.
Because I want to build. That's got to be it. It started snowing. I was like, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
I hate the weather.
And it's not. Oh, I love snow. I absolutely love snow.
Way.
Now let's get back onto these trailers. So Umbrella Academy mentioned. And The Boys, which is coming on Amazon Prime, I think, in the summertime. You know, where the snow's gone and it's all nice and sunny and shiny. So, just nearly fell. So what did you think of the Umbrella Academy and the Boys trailers?
Okay, so I've read and loved the Umbrella Academy. I haven't read The Boys. So I'm coming at it from 2 different perspectives, really, with the 2 trailers. The Umbrella Academy, I loved the music. It was perfect. The music... If you have a good song on a trailer, I'm much more likely to go, here we go, and get excited. And it was dark, and it was moody, and it was full of humour, and I'm in. Edgy. I'm definitely in.
Almost like My
I'm
Chemical
definitely
Romance.
In. Well, yeah. Whereas The Boys, I didn't know anything. I'd say it's almost a teaser, that, rather than a full trailer. Not quite as teasy as Birds of Prey or Ghostbusters was last week, but it nudged on the teaser. Who's the dolphin? The dolphin made me happy.
Brilliant.
The dolphin made me happy.
One of the first notes I put down was dolphin.
That was my first note as well.
Hey,
we're idiots.
We're in sync. Oh, it's brilliant. That's what I do love about The Boys, though, is that it's that parody of the superhero. Because we talked about it when we talked about Invincible and Trade-Off. But there's more and more of these parodies of like the big team. Because when the big team came together, it's like, this very, very much like Justice League, but it's that sort of thing as well with Watchmen. Sort of like they looked like this, but secretly we're going to find out that it's not so black and white. It's not so or star spangled.
With the Boys, I really like what I've seen. I do feel like maybe I should read the comic before I watch it, but that's not going to happen. There's just too much stuff to read and watch.
We can probably throw it on a trade-off maybe at some point to link with the series.
Could do. When's The Boys coming out?
Summer.
Oh, okay, so you have got a little bit of time.
Yeah, we've got time. It's not like, oh, it's next week, you better start reading, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good. It's Seth Rogen as well, and someone Goldberg, but the Goldman or Goldberg, something Jewish last name.
Right.
And they're the ones who worked on, what's that other one that's on Amazon? He's
Cloak and Dagger?
No, it's not Marvel, it's another indie one, Preacher, yeah.
Vertigo.
So they worked on Preacher.
Oh, okay, we like
so
Preacher. Lucifer as well, then?
Yeah, I don't think they worked on Lucifer.
Right.
But yeah, they worked on that and the Green Hornet. So
Green
they
Hornet
are
is
nerds
old.
with it, but yeah, so I'm totally down for that. And
I'm excited for both of them.
Umbrella Academy just looked dope. So I like the whole school environment and how they were all
have you read the comics?
Brought up together. I haven't, you know.
Well, I'll put that on trade off at some point.
Yeah,
as well,
that'd be good. Maybe February.
Yeah.
But no, it was cool to check out, to be honest. And I did I enjoyed the masks for some reason. It was bizarre, but it was like a different take on the X-Men. Sort of like school sort of environment, but a bit more dark and twisted. No, we've semi-kidnapped these
no
kids.
spoilers at all, but it's a lot. It is obviously it's a school setting, but it's a lot different to the X-Men.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I wasn't expecting it to be a carbon copy. I just my only comparison with the X-Men was just that school environment.
Yeah, of course.
I always dug that with heroes being put together in a school environment, which is very, very nice. Now, this is just a small bit of information. If I was very super duper prepared, I'd have the whole list of comics that were coming out, but I'm not. So I'll just allude to the fact that the Free Comic Book Day comics were announced. Free Comic Book Day, for those of you who don't know, is the first Saturday in May. A load of different companies will
we
give
should do
out.
a special.
That's what we're gonna do, and that's what I was gonna say.
See, we are in sync. We're not in sync.
I can't stop.
In sync today.
I can't stop talking like
Bye,
this
bye,
now.
bye. I just sang in sync. I won't do that again. But we are in sync. Shush. Tell them about Free Comic Book Day.
So Free Comic Book Day, as I was saying, is it's the first Saturday in May. Usually there's either a special comic that's just for Free Comic Book Day. Marvel do it sometimes to set up their big event. So they've done it with Civil War 2. They did it with the Infinity stuff last year. They have announced that in Marvel. I have remembered this. They have announced the book, but they haven't an Avengers book. They haven't said the name yet, so it might be
an Avengers
alluding
book.
to a summer event, maybe something to do with War of the Realms. There is a Spidey book, so look forward to that. So,
are Image doing anything?
Image are doing loads. There's a Spawn book. There's a book we're going to do, but I can't remember. But there's an Image book we're going to do that's not Spawn.
One of my favourite comic books I don't think it was last year, I think it was the year before, was I Hate Image, where they did I Hate Fairyland. Was it last year? They did I Hate Fairyland, and it went, and she went round all of the Image comics, and it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful.
You know what's so weird about doing all these? So we did I Hate Fairyland on trade-off, issue 4 or whatever, and I've just put it up on YouTube this week.
You have?
And we had this very similar conversation because...
Did we?
I said, I picked up I Hate Image on Free Comic Book Day last year to impress you. Like, oh, Mark, look what I got. And that was sort of like my intro into it. But yeah, so there's more. It's, honestly, that's just a prime example of how great Free Comic Book Day is.
It really
Say
is.
if you've never felt the confidence to go into a comic book store, or you're not quite sure what to pick up, it's great going in there because you don't have to spend any money and you can find out sort of what you like. And that sort of worked for me. I managed to end up read I Hate Fairyland and quite enjoyed it. There's loads of stuff that's, like I say, they start off big summer stories. So you can pick one up and be like, oh, is this any good? And then be like, oh, no, I can't do that. Or you might find something you genuinely enjoy. Which is why
we should try
it's going to be a special, because it's going to be No, you can't. There's a limit.
Yeah, but we can get a
No,
team.
mate, there's 90 books.
Is there?
Definitely not reading 90 books. Yeah, there's a ridiculous, there's loads. We'll pick a good chunk.
Okay.
And this is what I probably should have told you this before the show, so you stop asking me about it. But when this comes out, so the first Saturday, when do we record? Oh my goodness, we record on... when do we go out live? Sorry, we go out live on a Saturday. So perfect. It's Free Comic Book Day. We're going to have a special pull or pass on it.
Okay.
So we're going to read some of the frees. Some of them would have been The other sort of comics they have is comics that have already been out, but they just bring them back for free.
Oh, okay,
they've done that with like a Darth Maul book and stuff like that. They're usually ones. Again, it's just to attract that new audience to get them reading. And it's great for them ones because you read a Darth Maul one, you're like, oh, I enjoyed that. And the guy or girl at the back of the store, the clerk, can go, oh yeah, there's like the rest of them there as well if you want to pick them up. And you're like,
yeah, it's clever, really.
Sorted.
It's clever.
It's a great bit of advertising. It's a great way of bringing more people into the community and stuff like that, which I really enjoy. Because once you set that first step into a comic book store, that's a big step. Like, I know people, like, because it's a fearful thing, like, because it's, you know, there's people who go, oh, you're only like this because of whatever, but who cares? Like, you're reading a book for whatever reason, it doesn't matter.
I remember.
And then as soon as you buy it, that's the next step.
I'll tell you a story about the first time I went into a comic book shop. It was like 1992, 93. And wow. I was so young, and I'd been buying like random comics as much as I could from newsagents, and they were all out of sync, and I missed issues when they had like special covers and stuff.
Yeah.
I went into this comic book store, and there was this guy. He had a tash. I don't remember his name, but he just looked after me for half an hour, and he found me all my missing issues the very first time I went in, and. This comic book store had been in Wolverhampton, where I'm from, for years, and I'd never been brave enough to go in.
Oh,
I mean, so like in early 90s, I was like 12 or 13 maybe, and it was, I remember that vividly. It was very special. So maybe Free Comic Book Day could be that for young people.
Someone,
young people now,
young and old. But yeah, so basically, free comic books. We're going to do a special pull or pass on it in May. Really looking forward to it. Now, that's a nice... You know what? That was a beautiful story, Mark. I'm not going to lie. And I would like to hear more beautiful stories like that. So if you have a nice story like that, maybe if... I just went in me. It was fine. If you're like one of them who've done...
Ooh, we could do that on the Facebook group. Put it on the Facebook group.
Yeah, be on the Facebook group, mate.
Good stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
We're in sync today.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We're going to pop it on the Facebook group to sort of like, if you've got a cool little story, we might even read some out next week as a nice little sort of thing at the beginning of the show, like people's like first experience within a comic book store. Hopefully they're all nice like Mark's, but sometimes there might be somewhere like, there's someone at the back of the store that didn't make me feel welcome, or like, we kind of want to hear positive ones. So if there was something like that, what brought you back into comics and what got you back reading? That'd be really nice to hear. We're also interested to hear your thoughts on the two trailers we talked about and the teaser. Were you annoyed, like Mark, very, very, very much teased, or were you just like, okay, this is actually happening now? Or did you have another feeling about it? I mean, there's many feelings to have in this world. There's a lot of emotions, and we want to know yours. Like we say, we've got the Facebook group, we've got the comments below on YouTube, we've got Twitter if you want to throw us if you want to at us. We've got Tumblr as well. I'm sort of kind of working that out.
Tumblr.
I don't know if there's a way to interact. Maybe just comment below or something, or I don't know, send me a meme.
Yeah, you're definitely in charge of
gifts.
Tumblr.
But that's it.
Thanks for listening to Geek of the Week. Be sure to tune in next week. Same geek time, same geek channel.
And if you want to follow us on social media, it's at GOTW Radio on Twitter. Search for Geek of the Week Radio Show on Facebook. And to listen again, it's www.mixcloud.com/Geek of the Week Radio Show.